Welcome back to Market Pros. Okay, so here we got Bitcoin on Bybit on the weekly. All right. So as you see, we did break the 100 on the weekly. Your 21 did cross your 50 about halfway down this downtrend. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on our sixth down week right now. Your momentum seems to be picking up. You're getting deep in the bearish control zone on the RSI. We have no divergences to be aware of right now. Your last divergence was this would have got you out on the top. This bearish divergence would have got you out on the very top of this cycle. You did have a retest and resumption down. Your negative momentum is increasing on the histogram. Vol is expanding. Your BBWP is heading up. So this move could just be getting started. Or we could be like halfway over with it, which is what my guess is that we're about halfway over with it. Um, the I think the main maximum pain, is somewhere about 20K. But honestly, I think, we end up somewhere in the mid to low 20s. I'm actually going to lower this down to here. This would be the area that I would be considering the bottom. All right, let's go to the daily. So yeah, I mean, we just rolled right on over as soon as we broke this. So since yesterday, we did get the bounce. Remember, we were talking about bouncing up into this purple region, possibly back up to 35. We'll find out whether this bounce does lead us up to 35 or not. A lot's going to depend on today and tomorrow's candles. We did get the bounce out of the oversold area on the RSI. Looks like we're trying to enter back into the bearish control zone. We're far below that signal line right now. We need to get all the way above 32,712 in order to cross that EMA signal line to the upside. On your MACD, your negative momentum is increasing. You did get the retest and resumption down. Still have a strong downside curvature. Your vol is very high, as you can see. Strong dump. You got a pretty strong bounce. I mean, you were up at one point. We were up like 8%, I think, from a wick-to-wick basis. Oh, 10%. I mean, we got a 10% bounce there. Now, whether this bounce is over or not is another story. A lot's going to depend on these next couple days, whether we go up to 35, close the gap at 35 on the CME, or if we just crack back down and this bounce is over. This could be the last rally. Be aware of that. We are in a bear market. This could be the last rally. Let's go down to the 8-hour. So yeah, here on your 8-hour, things are a little more clear. Yeah, this is either the bottom and then we rally up to possibly the 21, somewhere in this area right here, possibly even get front ran, or this just rolls right on over and we head down to 28. So we are in the oversold, but remember, like I said, we can stay in oversold for a while. We did get above the signal line, came back down, finding some support on the signal line right now, but it wouldn't take much for us to just cross back below this, stay in the oversold. Your negative momentum on the histogram seems to be waning a bit, but we did have this corrective bounce. Once again, this bounce could lead us up to 35. But nothing's certain right now. Nothing is certain. Our negative momentum is high. Trend is strong to the downside. I mean, all your moving averages are increasing their downside curvature right now, and pretty well fanned out. Let's go down to the 4-hour. So here on your 4-hour, it does look like this could be a higher low. If we do get back into this purple zone on a 4-hour closure, basically above 32K, this would be considered a low. And then that would be a higher low that could possibly lead us up to the 50 at 35K. 35K keeps coming up. All right. So, but I don't think we go higher than that. I don't think we go higher than that. I do think this is the last rally before we continue the bear market. Negative momentum on your histogram on the MACD is decreasing. Last time we seen this, not much changed. Not much changed. It was right here. We got that little relief, little, you know what I mean, but it didn't do much. Lots going to depend on the next 2 days. So on your MACD, it looks like you're coming back up, possibly for a retest. If you can cross it, that could lead us, that could go into the 35K scenario. Vol's very high, coming off of that red signal, which means, I mean, you just had strong volatility. Your vol was high. Let's go down to the 1 hour, and we'll talk about levels. Okay, so on the 1 hour, we're just chopping around here. Looks like we have some sort of an M pattern. Now, okay, see, so if this does curl on over at the 21, we could have some sort of small head and shoulders here, which would lead us back down to the lows at about 30K. So if 30K breaks, 28K is the next stop. Yeah, and it's 30K for real. So your RSI looks like you keep bouncing off of that bearish control zone, but look, you still look like you could have some sort of head and shoulders on the RSI. So if you get rejected from the neutral median line and come back down to the bearish control zone, I think you will enter it again, and that last rally is over, in my opinion. Vol seems to be taking a break right now as you kind of go sideways a little up to the right. So validation of the upside would be to get back above this 50. If that can happen, I do think you would get a rejection from the 34K region, but honestly, I think you could probably at least get a wick up to 34.5 to 35,000. So yeah, that's, if you guys are liking the content, by the way, like and subscribe to the channel. And so those are my thoughts for Bitcoin. Looks like we're trying to get above the 21 right now. We'll see if it happens, see if we can get back above these highs. If we do get back above what seems to be possibly ahead at 32,150, that would invalidate this head and shoulders, because your right shoulder needs to be lower than your left shoulder and obviously your head. So yeah, just stay nimble, be aware of the 50, because the 50 could lead you up to somewhere in between 34K and 34,500. So yeah, everyone have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, and I will see you in the next one.